Welcome to Laura's Social Corner, a space that we have meaningful conversations, stories to share with our community. And today for me is the honor to have Dr. Kelly Forrest. Welcome. You're going to introduce yourself and tell us all about you because you really inspire me, you fascinate me, and all the things that you know. So.
Bueno, pues, sinceramente, gracias por tenerme aquí. Thank you for having me here. It's a true pleasure. I'm excited. This is, and I love your podcast. So it's just great and an honor to get to be here with you. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I am currently running for lieutenant governor for the great state of Oklahoma, and I'm so excited about that. And how I got here, and so back to your question and my history. I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, raised between Skytook, America, right across the street from my grandparents' cattle feed store.
Wow.
And also in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And like many families, my parents were divorced, so my grandparents were really the ones who raised me.
Okay.
And so I was raised in Broken Arrow by my grandparents, and I called them affectionately Papa and Kiki. I couldn't say,
because you speak Spanish. What is the connection there?
So,
Spanish language.
La verdad, eso comenzó con una maestra. Y sinceramente muchas
You
personas.
started at school.
Yes,
Wow.
Whenever I was 15 years old. Yeah.
Really?
You know, a lot of people, you ask them,
Yeah.
did you take another language in high school? And they say yes. They say, well, do you still speak it? And they say no.
No. And you and this is what makes you very unique, because this is your first campaign in Oklahoma that is bilingual.
Yes, the very
100%.
first statewide campaign. That's bilingual.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And 100% on Okie.
Yes, 100% Oklahoman, pero corazón latino. Güero sacero, but yes.
Yeah. He does really well too.
But yeah, it was all because of a teacher. I was really fortunate to have this teacher. Her name was Senora Atkins, and
this is where you get the passion for the education, the passion for this, because you did it yourself.
I did,
you see it with your experience.
Yes. And what's really funny though, Laura, I don't know if you know this or not, I wanted to be a dancing bilingual veterinarian.
Really?
That was my overall goal. But I graduated from Metro Christian Academy in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then I majored in Spanish and in dance. And then I eventually just got my bachelor's degree in Spanish, but then I went on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line as a singer and a dancer. And
I didn't know that.
That's what I was doing for a long time. And then in between contracts, I got a job as a permanent substitute teacher at a local charter school here in Oklahoma City for Spanish. And me enamoré de la educación. I knew that I loved education, but I loved being with the students. And middle school students, I was mature enough to do the job, but immature enough to still laugh because they are middle school.
Yes.
But I loved it. And so they offered me a full-time job, and I couldn't take it because I still had my contract going back on the cruise ship. So I went back, finished that. But that's whenever I came back and I got into education, and I taught some newcomer students, very first year in country students. 6th through 8th grade, 11 countries and 9 languages represented in the class. And that's whenever I knew I love education. And I got to travel the whole world through their stories, through their understanding. And those students were the best professors I ever had in my life.
Really? And this is where you inspire me, because you really do something with passion. It's the passion that is bringing you to where you are right now. And you keep trying to help people and help the community. And it's amazing. So then you went to graduate, right? You are a doctor.
Yes.
In education.
Yes, in education, administrative leadership from Southern Nazarene University.
Wow, that's amazing. And then you help teachers? You help at the public school. That's your job right now.
Yes. So I travel all over the state of Oklahoma, out of state as well. But in Oklahoma, I help districts and school sites and teachers and even families. Sometimes I get to have some family meetings as well. And it's all about how to help teach in a very inclusive way for our multilingual and multicultural students.
How you get connected with the politics?
So let me tell you. So one, I'll say education is a little political in and of itself, and especially probably now more than it used to be in the past. However, nonetheless, it was because my grandparents, and I just have to say that my grandparents, they are my best friends, but they're my angels right now in heaven. They passed away in May, 3 days apart from each other.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful love story, and so I celebrate them all of the time. But it was through our conversations, and so whenever you're able to talk with your grandparents and really truly be mejores amigos. I mean, we were
Yeah.
best friends. But from a perspective of 1932, whenever they were born, and then connecting that to my experience, we had a lot of talks. And so we would always read the newspaper together, watch the news, and have these political conversations
Ideas,
as well.
yeah.
And so I had, you know, muchas opiniones, a whole lot of opinions. And my papa and Kiki both said, you know, for having so many thoughts and opinions, like, why don't you run for governor? And at first we would just laugh. It was kind of a joke. But this was years ago. And then we would have more and more conversations until finally they said, honestly, why don't you just run for governor? And because I was helping take care of them as well, and I promised they would always be my number one priority, I wasn't able to do that at that time. And then unfortunately, whenever they did pass away, I found myself again talking with my partner Chris, and a lo mejor quejándome, probably complaining about something. And I was on another patio, just like I was with my papa and Kiki. And I finally looked at Chris and I said, when am I going to get off of the patio and go onto the stage and actually have these conversations and do this? And I want to do it, and I can do it. And a lot of people can't or don't want to. And I feel like there's a whole lot that we can do to bring some unity in Oklahoma with some really good solid solutions, a really good focus.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I decided, you know what? If not now, then when? And if not who?
Who is going to do it? Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to step up, get out of the sidelines, and do something to be of service. And that's what really this is all about, honestly. It's just about serving each other,
Yes,
doing
it's
what's
a
best.
community. And you're doing it right now.
Yeah.
So, right? So what are you going to do different if you win these elections?
Well, not a lot that would be different. It would just be on a bigger stage. And so I've been fortunate that whenever I began teaching here in Oklahoma City, I met my salsa partner, which you know very well. Many of you
Yes,
también, a lo mejor la conocen, Maki Rickman. And so she cut my hair one day, and then I found out that her salsa partner was gone. And so that's how we became salsa partners. But I say all that because that's what opened up the door for me to come into the community. The Latino Hispanic community. And then I've just been so grateful to be able to be, you know, accepted and, you know, a lo mejor adoptado por la comunidad. And so I want to continue doing service like I always have been, but it's because of those experiences. It's because of my grandfather who served in the Oklahoma National Guard for 44 years. Wow. My grandmother taking me to do so much volunteer work. Many members of my family had served as well. And so I've always grown up with this idea of service. But then to be able to have this point of view of multilingualism and multiculturalism and thinking about the history of who we are as a state in Oklahoma with our tribal nations and the experience that I have of being able to be in moments of service, that's what I want to take over to the Capitol as well. And the lieutenant governor role is just honestly the ideal role to be able to be among many people in the community and someone like me who wants to be able to talk with everybody. Because, for example, whenever we work in schools, no one asks if you're Republican or if you're Democrat or independent or libertarian. Right. We just have common goals, and we're working together to achieve those goals. And that's kind of that through line, that focus that I would like to see already at the Capitol. And so I'm hopeful that I could bring that same level of passion and energy and excitement, but also of conversation and of care and listening, learning, and then leading.
Yeah, and that's something that you're doing really good. You're the one graduated in your family, right? They graduated from college.
Yes.
You're the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So because I think you have the vision. You're born with that vision, with the purpose in life.
Yes.
And then your grandpa is helping you know. And then we want somebody like you to help us to get a message there.
Yes.
You know, because it's not like you say, it doesn't matter Republican, Democrat, we have a voice.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it
matters.
And it matters.
Your voice matters.
Yes, but we cannot take it there. So that's what you're going to do.
Yes, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I was just at an event last night, and at that event, I had a great conversation with this gentleman, and we probably talked for about 30 minutes or so. Oh, wow. And we had brought that up, and he said, you know what? It's interesting, though. He said, I haven't asked you your affiliation, and you haven't asked me. And he said, you know what? It doesn't matter because we're just having a conversation. And I said, exactly. And that's what we need more of.
Right. It is a point of view. We don't be aggressive and make it the best as we can and live better life for our kids.
Yes.
Right?
Because I want people to be able to disagree with me so we can have conversations, because I really believe that iron sharpens iron.
Right.
And I'm not going to have the same lived experiences that you have. So I need to learn from you.
Right.
But the whole through line of this, and to me, Laura, this is incredibly important. We can talk about politics all you want, and I'll do that all the time, and I want to. But humanity is not up for debate. Humanity is the one thing that I will not argue with anyone about. I don't care your background, your religion, your faith, from where you come, who you love, any of that. You are treated as a human with dignity and respect. So we can discuss the political part of things, but the humanity of who we are as a state, as the people of Oklahoma, is something that is precious, that we should really, really hold close to our heart.
Especially Oklahoma. Oklahoma is like a beautiful state.
Yeah.
I think the people here is very, very unified. And what it was really caught my attention is it takes just one teacher to put the seed in you, and look at you.
Yeah.
Amazing human being. And you're trying to keep doing that with the kids that you visit every day. That's a really, really a nice story for me to hear. You know, because that is where we continue. If you can help somebody, why not?
Yeah, yeah. You never know. You never know what that ripple effect is going to be. You know, whenever you have a teacher who cares about you, and all of us can think about a teacher.
It takes not just a year. It takes, look, that many years.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was the first teacher, right? Senator Atkins, who really planted that seed. But then it was, you know, whenever I was able to travel abroad and go to school, it was those teachers. It was my teachers at UCO and OCU, my professors also, that pushed me. They didn't just let me go to class and then just try to fill out some worksheet and move on. I mean, they pushed me. They made me really critically think. They had me experience things like this. And that's I mean, wonderful. It changed my whole life and my whole perspective for the better.
So what is the name of your company?
Kelly B's Consulting.
Kelly B's Consulting.
Because my name is Kelly Brandon. And so my grandparents had opened up a shop a long time ago called Kelly B's Plastics.
Okay.
And so whenever I was kind of put into a moment in life where I had to make a decision of, am I going to keep the job that I currently have, or am I going to fulfill my promise to my grandparents to be there for them? I had to step away from my position, but I didn't want to leave education. And so I asked them, could I borrow the name Kelly B's, but make it Kelly B's Consulting for education instead? And so that's how that came to fruition.
Wow. How long you have that company?
Since 2022. So it's been about 4 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you really love to serve people. It's your passion. I see you everywhere.
Yeah.
Doing it.
I appreciate that.
That's wonderful.
I really believe that if we try to make each other's dreams come true, all of our dreams get to come true.
That's correct. Well, you be part of the art. What do you think about art? The dancing is an art.
Yes.
And it keep you up, maybe you and many other people, students, out of trouble.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah,
it's very nice to go and dance.
I was always I always had basketball practice a lot, dance class, play practice, and plays and in musicals, voice classes. And so my Kiki would always joke, I never have to worry about you getting into trouble because you're too busy to get into trouble. But yeah, the arts first of all are incredibly important just for all of us in society. It helps share stories, traditions, and history. It gives you a sense of empathy and understanding because you're seeing things from another perspective, right? Yeah, and it's that really big cultural component too that I just think it's a beautiful thing to celebrate, right?
What do you think about Oklahoma and growing that big?
Yes, Oklahoma has, I mean, we have so much diversity here.
Yeah.
And it needs to be expressed and explained, not just in content areas in school, but through the arts, because that's where you have that lived experience so many times.
I think it's important because not everybody have the luxury to go to different countries and explore the culture here in Oklahoma. The kids have the opportunity to learn, and it's important when somebody else see it already.
Yes,
right?
100%. And I think that, I mean, if you travel around the state of Oklahoma, you get to experience so much diversity, so many cultures. We are not a monolithic community. We have so much diversity that is beautiful. And there's an article that I read, and I really loved it. And I think the title was something to the effect of, you can't understand America unless you understand Oklahoma. And it's because of the richness that we have with our Native American tribes, our great history, and the richness that we have in our diversity with so many different cultures represented. I mean, just down the street from here, I saw a flag that's from Germany, I believe. And then there are just other flags that represent different cultures because the whole culture of
And it's a little town in
America.
Oklahoma they live where is a German state, right? Like a little German culture here in Oklahoma.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Tulsa, for example, has the largest Oktoberfest
That's
in the nation.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much to celebrate. So sometimes whenever we argue about things like that, I get confused because I think, no, this is the beauty of us. Our culture is multiculturalism. And we get to share that proudly under an amazing U.S. and Oklahoma flag. And the Oklahoma flag, the symbols on there, it literally says in our pledge of allegiance to the Oklahoma flag, symbols of peace that unite all people.
That's right. And you're doing an excellent job. So I'm
Thank
very
you.
proud of you because, you know, it really is the passion who driven people and make it better.
Yeah.
And nobody can kill that.
No.
It's you.
No one can take that away from me. No, no, para nada. No.
You're going to be wonderful. So do you have a partner? He's a doctor as well.
Yes. So my partner Chris and I, we just celebrated 12 years together this last November.
Wow.
And he's my best friend in the entire world.
A nice person too.
He is.
He's amazing.
He helps me be even a better person. I want to think that we help each other be better people every day. But he is like I said, my best friend. He's amazing. He does have his doctorate. We did our doctorate degrees together.
Oh, cool.
And he does a lot of research on the science of kindness and what that means.
And you do a lot of volunteer work together.
We do a lot of volunteer work together. Yes. He doesn't help so much with translating or interpreting. He does speak English only. Yeah. But yes, we do like to help and serve, whether it be at food banks, whether it be over at
You're in the
medical
board of
clinics as well.
Palomar?
I'm on the board of directors at Palomar, which is Oklahoma City's Family Justice Center, and we do a lot of work to combat what we see with elder abuse, sex trafficking, domestic violence. We're currently Oklahoma's number 2
Yes,
when
very
it comes to
sad.
domestic violence, and we're number 7 in the nation. I just read earlier today
We used to be number 5. So.
in childhood domestic violence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so there's been a lot of things that they've been trying to do.
That's
through
the reason you, Palomar, how long you been in the board of directors in Palomar?
So I believe I began, you know what, let me think about that for just a second. It had to have been around 2001.
So that's
It was
part of
around
also
that,
the
or not 2001, 2021.
Okay, but that's a lot of years, and that's probably help you also to understand the necessities in our state.
Oh, a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
And
you
without
can
going
see
into
it.
too much detail, whenever we're
Yes,
reviewing
it's hard.
information and things of that nature, and just also looking at some of the other societal components when it comes to people of different cultures and different backgrounds, and sometimes the lack of trust that they have in calling because it's afraid of the unknown and what to do. And so a lot of communities that are impacted by domestic violence don't always know necessarily where to reach out to. And Palomar has become a national model where it's a one-stop shop. Anyone that is experiencing any domestic violence can go there, and there are navigators there to help support with your VPO process, with talking with the police, getting in contact with an attorney, making sure that your kids have a place to be while you're going through the shop, perhaps, to find some extra clothes that you need. They just do a whole lot to help the community at large, and continuing to do whatever we can to help prevent domestic violence in our immediate local communities.
And the sexual traffic here is very bad too in Oklahoma.
Unfortunately, yes.
Right? So
yes.
where
It's nationwide. It's not just here, but but yes. Our I-40 corridor is definitely one of the hot spots for that. Unfortunately,
right? But that's wonderful because I think Palomar is a great non-profit institution. There, anybody can be volunteer. Huh?
Yes, anybody can, and I would encourage anyone to. So if you're watching this and you want to participate,
because
reach
it's
out.
very important live in our society to listen what the other person say. Especially, I have a business, and when somebody say, "Oh, I have this problem," they're abusing you. You need to report that. You need to do something because they can kill you.
Yeah.
You know, it's abuse.
Yeah, it is abuse, and abuse isn't just physical. there's mental abuse,
that's
there's
right.
verbal abuse. And so it's not, sometimes people don't always know that. And it's easy for us to kind of change our mindset and think, no, like, I did something to deserve this, or that's not really abuse because they didn't hit me. Whenever that's not the case, there is mental abuse, verbal abuse, physical
One thing
abuse.
is love.
Yes,
Right,
love.
love.
Yes. We need to have a lot of love, and like I
That's
said,
why it's important to have you partner and grow together and do things together. Mm-hmm. You know, like social work,
Yes.
community work, be volunteer. I think that's very important when you have a partner or husband or wife. You know, if the other person have the same goals,
well, and
that can help.
so whenever him and I first met, he just got into, he just got a certified for education. And so I thought, what, you're in education too? And so that's where we hit it off. But it's been fantastic because in education, you get to work with little people, big people, young people, old people, nurses, counselors, community impact, partnerships. And so that's what's helped us really not only grow stronger together, but find out ways together how we can help expand our outreach to help serve as many people in Oklahoma and our communities as possible.
And you're doing a great job because this is your first year you're doing this campaign.
This is,
no?
yeah,
Right?
yeah, it
You're
is.
doing amazing.
Thank you very
There's a lot
much.
of people supporting you.
I've been very, very fortunate. Yes,
Right.
we've been all over Oklahoma and a lot of different counties and do a lot of promotion on social media right now. So I'm just thankful for everyone's support and kind words and encouragement.
We are here to help you. And anything where do the people can help you? What they can do?
Yes, you can go
send
to
me a message.
www.forbesforoklahoma.com. It's FORBES, FOROKLAHOMA.com. And please sign up for the newsletter. You can also donate if you would like, which is always a huge help. But spreading the word and following us on social media really does help us a whole lot.
That's right. Thank you so much for sharing your story, your heart. You have a beautiful heart, and Oklahoma is proud to having you.
Wow.
So
I appreciate it.
that's
you know,
right.
I might be running, but
beginning.
truly this is our campaign, and I'm thankful to do this with you, and thank you for all the service that you also provide here in Oklahoma. So
Thank you. We're just trying to do a little bit to bring the word outside.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
A lot of good people in Oklahoma. So see you next time, amigos.